Okay, guys, so I think we are on the page of everyday English, and we have to explain the usage of so and such. I need you to listen to me carefully because this class is really important. Let's try to read this example. This example is saying, what an amazing film. I was scared. I was really scared. I was so scared. Absolutely so should be used in spoken English. Okay, now let's try to take a look at these sentences and try to know the way that I have to use so and such. So when do we use so and when do we use such? When do we use so many? And even the way that we have to use so much. Okay, before we read the sentences, I think I have to show you the way I have to use so, such, so many, so much. Okay, let me show you the exact usage about so and such. As I told you, please, you have to listen to me because this lesson is really important at level 4. So let me open the lesson and let me explain. Um, I think, okay, let me search about so and such. I think I have already done that example. Okay, let me open this one. No, no, okay, exactly. Okay, now the usage of so and such. Keep in mind that we can use so and such to make our statements stronger. They can both express a similar meaning to very. Let's try to read these two examples. Now notice I've been studying all day. I'm tired. I've been studying all day, so, or I can say, I'm so tired. So notice here that the using of so is, or you can replace it with very. So I can say, I'm so tired, or I'm very tired. Now, let's take a look at the next two examples. That was a good movie, and that was such a good movie. That was a very good, a very good movie. Okay, now let's try to take a look at the differences that we have between so and such. Okay, notice here, guys, that so I can use it with adjective or adverb plus noun plus that clause. Let's take a look at this example. This example is saying it was so hot yesterday. Notice that hot is an adjective. The next example we have, my boyfriend walks so fast when he's anxious. So notice that fast is an adverb, and I used it after so. Example number 3, they eat junk food so frequently. So notice that frequently is an adjective, and I use it after so. The final example we have, I was given so little information on the subject. So notice that little is an adjective and I used it after so. So notice that I have to use so if I want to use adjective or maybe adverb. Okay, now I can add a result if you want to, for example, use that clause or even when clause. Let me show you this example. This example we have, it was so hot yesterday. This is it. This is the example. Now I want to show the result by saying that, this is it, that clause, that the candles in my apartment melted. The next example, we have my boyfriend walks so fast. This is it. When he's anxious, I can barely keep up. So notice that I added a result. 3. They eat junk food so frequently that I'm surprised they are not overweight. The final example, if I want to add a result, I have to say I was given so little information, this is it, on the subject that I couldn't complete my thesis. So this is about so. Now let me show you the usage of such. Now I can use such plus adjective plus noun and plus that clause. Now this is example number 1. Notice that example number 1, that was such a boring movie. Notice that I used an adjective and what? And noun. So the first difference is if you want to use only an adjective, you have to use it with what? With so. But if you want to use a noun with an adjective, you have to use such. Okay? Because if you want to say only boring, you have to say that was so boring. But notice that because I added this noun, which is movie, I have to say that was such a boring movie. Now let's take a look at example number 2. Kyle is such a cheat. So notice that this is a noun and I used it after such. And here we have only an adjective. 3. Your husband is such a gentleman. And notice again that we have a noun and I used it after such. 4. Don't be such a baby. So notice that baby is a noun and I used it after such. Finally, we have his is such a mathematical genius. So notice that mathematical is an adjective, but I used it with a noun. So this is why I used such. Okay? And I need to be careful about using so and such here because so we have adjective plus noun and here we have adjective plus noun. But I need to be careful about the article a. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Now, again, I can add a result with such. So that was such a boring movie. This is it. That I almost fell asleep. Now, if I want to add a result to the sentence number 2, Kyle is such a cheat that nobody enjoys playing board games with him. And the next example, he's such a genius. This is it. He's such a genius. He's such a mathematical genius that he ought to apply for a full scholarship. So this is it. This is the exact usage of so and such, but it's not the end because I have to be careful. Now I have to be careful about the following mistakes that are found at B2 level. Now we have so plus adjective or maybe adverb plus noun. Such plus adjective plus noun. So we cannot use so before a noun. Please be careful. Again, I cannot use so before a noun. So notice the example is saying, Matteo is lost again. He is, I cannot say he is so idiot. This is wrong. Okay? I have to say he is such an idiot. So notice that an idiot is a noun. It's not an adjective. So I cannot use so before a noun at all. I have to use it before what? Before an adjective. Okay, so notice the example number 3. Matthew is lost again. He is such a brainless idiot. So notice that idiot is a noun as we noticed here, but I added what? I added an adjective. So please, you have to use so even with adjective alone or with adjective plus a noun. But don't use so only with a noun because this is wrong. This is the most important rule in using so and such. This is it. So notice here that he's so kind. Kind is an adjective. But if you want to say he's such a kind man, now I use such. So these sentences are both correct and mean the same thing, yet they are different in structure. Jamila is coming. Okay, now the next rule is saying we cannot use such before adjectives if there is no noun in the sentence. So this is the second important information. Notice that if I want to say your friend Chloe is such talented at playing the guitar, this is wrong. Why? Because I have such. I notice that talent, this is such. Talented is an adjective. I cannot use such before adjectives if there is no noun. So notice that after this adjective, I don't have any nouns. So this is why this is wrong. So I have to add a noun. So notice if I want to say your friend Chloe is so talented at playing the guitar, now it is correct. Because as I told you, with so, I have to use it with an adjective like this one, or with adjective plus a noun. Finally, we cannot use such before adverbs. Notice the example is saying, she signs such beautifully. This is wrong. Why? Because this is an adjective, and I cannot use such before, this is an adjective, and I cannot use such before adverbs. Notice here the example is saying, she signs so beautifully. Now this is correct. Because with adverbs, I have to use what? I have to use so, but I cannot use such with adverbs. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Now the final rule is saying we use the indefinite article a or an after such in the singular noun. Take a look at this example. He is such an idiot. This is such. And this is the indefinite article, a or an. But not with the plural. So I have to say there are such idiots. So absolutely, I don't have to add the articles, the indefinite articles, a or an, or a or an, because I have to use them only with singular nouns. So I have to say they are such idiots. Okay. Now, let's try to explain the using of so many, so little, or few, or maybe much. So many, so much, few, little, plus adjective, plus countable noun, here plus uncountable noun. So I have to use so many or so few plus adjective with what? With countable nouns. But I have to use so many or so little plus adjective with uncountable nouns. Let's take a look at the examples that we have. So notice here that this example is saying I had so many questions after the lesson. So notice that questions is a countable noun because it is a countable noun. I used what? So many. The next example that we have, I have wasted so much precious time waiting for you. So notice this is the adjective, but time is uncountable noun. Because time is uncountable noun, I have to use what? So much. It is the same with so few and so little. So notice the example he is saying, my friend eats so few healthy meals. Notice that meals is an countable noun, so I have to say so few. That I'm surprised he doesn't get sick. The next example with so little is saying there is so little rain in the desert. So notice that rain is uncountable noun, so I have to say so little in the desert. I'm surprised any plants can survive. So be careful of using so many, so few, so much, so little. Now, finally, such as. If you want to use such as has the same meaning of for example or like. Let's take a look at this example. This example is saying some foods, for example, red meat or such as red meat or like red meat, liver and bacon are high in cholesterol. The next example, we have contact sports, such as rugby and American football. I can say contact sports like rugby and American football, or for example, rugby and American football are the cause of many injuries in all the players. The final example is saying it seems that 60s rock bands such as the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, or I can say, for example, the Beatles and the Rolling Stone, and I can say like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones have come back into fashion with teenagers these days. So this is it. Be careful about the using of so and such, because this lesson, as I told you, is really important. Now let's go back to our book because I want to mention something. Wait, let me open the book again. And I'm going to show you the examples that we have. Now let's take a look at the examples that we have in our course. I was so surprised. So notice that so here, this is what surprised is an adjective. So this is why I used what so. The next example, it was such a shock. So notice this is a noun, and because it is a noun, I used what? Such. And I used the indefinite article a because shock is what is singular. Absolutely not only a, I have to use an. If I have a singular noun, but it starts with what? With a vowel letter. This is the next example. It was such an awful day. So notice that awful is an adjective, day is a noun, and because day is a singular noun, and because awful is an adjective, and it starts with the vowel letter A, so I used what? I used am. The next example we have. You have such crazy ideas. So notice that I use such without the indefinite articles a or an, because ideas is what is the plural. And notice that crazy is an adjective and ideas is what is a noun. So this is why I used such. The next example we have. We had such terrible weather. So this is such. Terrible is an adjective. Weather is a noun. Now with so many and so much, there were so many problems. And notice that problems is a countable noun. So this is why I used so many. The next example we have, I've got so much work. Notice that work is uncountable noun. I cannot say works. So because work is uncountable noun, I used so much. If it is the opposite, I have to say what? So little. And here, if it is the opposite, I have to say so few. So few for countable and little for uncountable. Many for countable and much for uncountable. Okay, guys?
تيتشر
Ah,
هلا كأنه ملخص إنه so هي بيجي وراها مفروض adjective والsuch هي بيجي وراها a noun
yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
يعني كمان so many وفيو هن no 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 such و so many و few هن so few هن مفروض كمان وراهم nouns و so much و so little or little مع so هيدول وراهم adjective or not.
No, nouns, but uncountable nouns. So little, so much with uncountable nouns. Okay.
teacher
آه جميلة.
uncountable noun هن أي كلمات نستخدم معهم؟
Wait. First of all, Jamila, the uncountable nouns are the nouns that I cannot add s to them. Okay.
Yes.
So with the uncountable nouns, I have to use so much or so little.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
keep in mind that the opposite of little is much, the opposite. Okay. Now,
Okay.
with countable nouns, the regular and irregular nouns, the nouns that accept the S, or even the irregular nouns, for example, man, what is the plural of man?
Man.
Exactly. This is irregular plural. Now, with regular plural and irregular plural, I have to use so many or so few.
Or so few.
Exactly.
Okay, teacher. Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Oh,
all
please.
is clear.
Please.
So for the adjective, we use so for adjective, such for a noun, so many and so few for a countable noun and irregular noun, and so much or so little for the uncountable noun. Right?
Exactly. And be careful
Okay.
Be careful about the adjective plus noun or maybe adverb. Okay. Let's practice because we have this exercise. This exercise, guys, which is number 3, is saying complete the sentences with words from the box. Now, these words that we have in the box are so, such, such a, or such an, so many, so much. Example number 1. That was good book. You must read it. Such a. Thank you so much, because book is singular noun. So that was such a. Notice that good is an adjective, book is a noun. 2. The film was scary that I couldn't watch it. So scary. Thank you so much, Raed. Why? Because scary alone is what? Is an adjective. Okay? 3. Jane and Pete are nice people. Such nice people. Or so. Such nice people. Okay. Such
Or
nice.
so many. لا
So
so
many.
much للuncountable.
Okay. Absolutely. No.
لحظة هي الأية لا so much teacher because people ما فينا نحط لها s.
Yeah, but people is a regular plural. But I cannot use here so many. Okay.
So many يعني.
Yeah, I cannot say, guys, Jane and Pete are so many nice people. I can't. Okay.
Such is the right one. The
Exactly.
Right
Exactly. Okay. Now 4. But the children are badly behaved. So, thank you so much, Maysa. Why so?
Adverb.
Yeah, adverb and adjective, exactly. 5. There were people at the party.
So much.
Nah, is people.
So many people.
So, exactly. Now I can say so many. So, okay. So notice, guys, if I want to say so many, I have to have what? A noun. And here I don't have a noun. Nice is an adjective. So this is why here so many is wrong. Okay. So there were so many people at the party. So many. Okay, now 6 is saying they made mess.
So
So much.
Guys, is miss a noun, an adverb, an adjective?
It's a noun, I
It
think.
is a noun. Okay, because
Such, man.
exactly. Such a, thank you, myself. Be careful that miss is a noun, guys, not an adjective. So they made such a mess.
يعني mess.
Mess is,
فوضى.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Chaos. Do you know the meaning of chaos? For example, um, um, if you are talking about your room and your room is not tidy, so it is what? It is messy. Too many things inside you, not in the correct places. So this is mess. 7. I've spent money this week.
Now so much.
So much.
Thank you so much. Why?
Because uncountable noun.
Money is uncountable. Like, exactly. I cannot say money is fine. I've had an awful day. We have
Such an.
yeah, such an, thank you, myself. Such an awful day. Keep in mind that awful is an adjective and day is a noun. Such an awful day. And be careful because the word awful starts with what? With a vowel letter. So I have to say such an. Okay? I don't know if you have a recording just to check our sentences if they are right or not. Or you know what? Yes, we have a recording. But let's try to match these sentences with this exercise. Then we have to listen to check your answers because maybe your answers are not totally correct. Okay. Now, after using these words in the box, let's match them with this exercise. Now match these sentences with the lines in exercise 3. We have, I'm glad I didn't have to tidy up. Notice that when I explained so and such, I told you what? I told you that you have to add what result. Sometimes I can add a result. Am I right? Now let's try to do the same. Number 1, we have, I'm glad I didn't have to tidy up.
Number 6 to number 6.
Number 6 is saying they made such a mess. So I'm glad I didn't have to tidy. This is the opposite of mess. 2, I lent it to you. You will really like it.
1.
That was such a good book. You must read it. I will lend the book to you. You will really like it. 3, they're always so welcoming and pleased to see you.
3.
3, Jane and Pete are such nice people, or so nice people, I don't know. Now they're always so welcoming and pleased to see you. Number 4, but their children are badly behaved. Or let me say, I hate the sight of blood and people
2.
killing each other. It is 2. The film was so scary that I couldn't watch it. I hate the sight of blood and people killing each other. The next one, the parents.
4.
For 4. Okay, let me read it. 4 is saying, but the children are so badly behaved. The parents have no control at all. Now we have, I haven't got a penny left.
For 7, I have spent so much money this week.
So the result is I have not got a penny left. This is the result. 8, oh wait, I didn't manage to talk to everyone.
هيدي لل8.
Now 8. I've had such an awful day. I didn't manage to talk to everyone. Finally, I need a drink to cheer me up.
For number 5.
Number 5. Now, there were so many people at the party. I need a drink to cheer me up. Now, let's listen to the recording to check if we used these words correctly or even if we matched the sentences correctly. The recording is 9.15, so let me play the recording and let's listen. We have to check your answers if you are right or maybe wrong. This is unit 9 and this is 15. Did I say 15? No, 15, yes. The last recording in the unit, that's amazing.
Tape script 9.15. 1.
That was such a good book. You must read it. I'll lend it to you. You'll really like it.
Amazing, number 1 is correct. 2.
2.
The film was so scary that I couldn't watch it. I hate the sight of blood and people killing each other.
Amazing, correct. 3.
3.
Jane and Pete are such nice people. They're always so welcoming and pleased to see you.
Yeah, amazing. This is correct. Now 4.
4.
But their children are so badly behaved. The parents have no control at all.
That's amazing. Now 5.
5.
There were so many people at the party. I didn't manage to talk to everyone.
Countable noun, exactly.
6.
Wait. What? What did she say?
I didn't manage to talk everyone.
We have a mistake. So 5 is not for the last one, but it's for what?
For number 5.
For number 5. So let me match it to 5. So I didn't manage to talk to everyone. This is it. We had a mistake. Okay, so let's complete listening.
They made such a mess. I'm glad I didn't have to tidy up.
So I'm glad I didn't such a mess. I'm glad I didn't have to tidy up. This is correct. Now the next one is
7.
I've spent so much money this week. I haven't got a penny left.
exactly uncountable now.
8.
8 finally.
I've had such an awful day. I need a drink to cheer me up.
Now I need a drink to cheer me up, and such an awful day, exactly. So this is wrong about matching. I have to say I need a drink to forget and cheer me up. Okay, now let's practice by speaking. Brad, can you hear me? Brad, are you okay? Is he out? Yes, he is. Jamila, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I can.
Now, Jamila, I need you to use so, such, such a, such an, so many, so much with the examples that we have. Now, use a great party with them. Let me zoom the page out just to be able to see it clearly, or the full page. Now, use a great party.
I will go to the no but
Let's imagine that you attended a party and you want to talk about this party. What do you want to say? It was
so wonderful. So
yeah, but use a great party. It was
yes. I will. Wait. Yesterday I had I went to a party, to a great party. It was so beautiful and so organized, okay. And that شو يعني that شو يعني بقلبها إنه بتضم هيك شيء
In it.
إنه في so people.
In it. Okay. People. What about people? Okay.
teacher ما في.
Okay. Wait, Jamila. I want to just to say only one sentence. Wait. Let me ask Maisa. Maisa, in one sentence, try to use a great party with one of the words that we have here. How
Yes.
can you say it?
It was such a great party.
Amazing. It was such a great party. Amazing. What about a tiring journey?
Tiring journey.
One sentence.
بس شو يعني tiring journey?
Journey is maybe you want to go to visit this place and maybe
okay.
and
كمان نفس الشيء فينا نقول it was.
yes, it was such
نفس الشيء.
a tiring journey.
Okay.
Now we have a lot of problems.
I have مثلا. كمان
Such a lot of problems? No, because we have a lot of
so many ما نحط.
yeah, because guys, we have a lot of
ما هن لأنه ليش حاطين a lot of.
okay,
هي a lot of أو so many.
Exactly. So I have to say what? Thank you.
And I have so many problems.
Exactly. Okay. Now a scary experience.
I have فينا نقول such a very a scary experience.
Such a scary experience. Thank you so much. So notice, guys, that till now we have the articles. Be careful about the indefinite articles because I have to use what? I have to use such.